I'm looking at the splinter galaxy, NGC 5907 in the constellation Draco. This is a splendid edge-on spiral galaxy about 55 million light-years away. But tonight's main target is even more distant, and may be the most distant object you can see with a backyard telescope. I'm talking about a quasar, which is an extremely distant galaxy with an active core driven by a supermassive black hole. This particular quasar, called Q1634 plus 706, is so far away its light is nearly twice as old as our solar system. I've known about this quasar for some time, but the excellent article by Sue French in the July 2012 Sky and Telescope made it seem fairly easy to find. So let's give it a try. The quasar lies just below the bowl of the Little Dipper and makes a nearly equilateral triangle with the stars Eta and Gamma Ursa Minoris. You can see the location on this chart, so let's hop there. From NGC 5907, let's move the telescope to the third magnitude star Zeta Draconis. Okay, there's Zeta now coming up on the camera. And from Zeta now, we're going to move about 4 degrees to the northwest to the star, to the fifth magnitude star, 15 Draconis. Okay, here comes 15. It's a fair bit fainter. Let me just nudge the telescope and make sure the mount is calibrated to this position. So bear with me here. There we go. Okay, and from 15 Draconis, we're going to go about 1.9 degrees north-northwest to a field of view that should include the quasar. Okay, there's the field. So you see at the upper right the two brightest stars in this field of view, which are 8th magnitude stars, one on top of the other, staring back at you like eyes. Let me increase the brightness. There. Now, just to the left of these stars, you see a U-shaped group of much fainter stars. These stars are 11th to 14th magnitude, approximately. Now, the quasar is the star at the bottom of the U. I'll add an arrow so you could see it. That's the quasar. Now, it may not look like much, but the light we're seeing here left the quasar about 8.6 billion years ago, which is nearly twice the age of our solar system. That doesn't mean the quasar is 8.6 billion light years away, because when objects are this far, it gets a little complicated, because space itself is expanding. The quasar is now about 12.9 billion light years away, but of course it was much closer when the light actually left. At its current distance, this quasar is about a quarter of the way to the edge of the observable universe. The visual magnitude of this quasar is about 14.4, so you can see this object with a 10-inch or larger telescope in dark sky. I'm using just a 6-inch scope here, but of course the Malin cam I've got is much more sensitive than the human eye. I'm easily seeing stars here of magnitude 16 or fainter. But the intrinsic brightness of this quasar is astounding. A quick calculation shows that if this quasar was at the same distance as the Orion Nebula, it would shine about as bright as our Sun. Here's an artist's conception of a quasar from the European Southern Observatory that shows it close up and shows the effect of the supermassive black hole at the center of a young galaxy. So there's a look at a quasar, most likely the most distant object you will ever see, much farther and intrinsically brighter than any star or galaxy you can see in a backyard telescope. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Until next time, for 1 Minute Astronomer, this is Brian Van Trudo wishing you clear skies and safe travels.